Let me talk about a phenomenon which Jung has talked about as well. It is the mystical experience and the connection to society. Here, a quick definition. Mystical experiences are temporary glimpses into our most sacred home of consciousness, which often come with a sense of unity or oneness. Some of you might haven't heard of it, some of you might have heard of it but not experienced it, and maybe some have also experienced it, but those experiences seem to be rather rare, right? If you can identify with one of those groups, let's examine why most of us barely get in contact with mystical experiences. As you can imagine, you and I belong to many different systems, and one of the biggest ones is society. You can also reduce it to a national level, and then you can call it a nation. But you and I, we are all part of it. So if you want to experience something extraordinary, you cannot find this in society or in any kind of external objects. And why? Because there is no individuality, and therefore you can't really see or even realize your true nature. If you want to know why it's rather unlikely to experience something mystical in society, you need to understand how groups work. And you probably know that you are never really yourself if you are with other people. You always adapt to their opinions, to their behavior, and even if you might be authentic, it's not the same as if you are just alone on your own, because then you're rather untouched and not influenced by other people. And you can only understand this group setting or the system if you are not part of it or if you are not really caught in it. Therefore, even if it might sound a little bit irrational, please take all your gathered knowledge from the past that you have gathered from other people, society, parents, and so on, and just throw it away. Put it to the side and act as if it does not exist for the next few minutes while you are listening to me. I don't tell you to just believe me, think critically, but please on your own and from zero, from the scratch. And please don't repeat other people's opinions or stuff that you have read on the internet, because this is just another pool of opinions which stems from other people. So really make sure to think for yourself, because otherwise you cannot understand society as a whole, because you still depend on it. And as long as you depend on it, as you are part of it, you can't really view it from outside. And therefore it's hard to understand it. Also, I'm not trying to come up with any kind of conspiracy theory or nonsense. By the way, the moment anyone else is calling what I'm saying right now a conspiracy theory and you believe in it without questioning it, you do not think for yourself. And this is what we actually want to do, right? But still, it's a huge weapon, because you can easily accuse others that have different opinions. And especially nowadays, if you live in a society where there's so many people who either can't think for themselves or don't want to do it, it's a big thing. So you can just say, okay, conspiracy theory, don't believe in it, and people start to do those things without ever thinking for themselves. Maybe it's true, you know? And yeah, so this is what we don't want to do. So let's think for ourselves. So also don't believe me, think for yourself critically. And if you don't want to get suppressed in your free opinion, make sure that you don't overly depend on other people's opinion, because I realized that most of the people don't know shit. And even if you think differently, I think that's okay. I mean, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person or that you are lying just because you have different opinions, you know? And even if there are other people that are looking at you and thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? Who cares? Okay, but let's get back to society. Also, society itself is not bad. People just need to understand what it was made for. For example, let's take a knife. You can use a knife for cutting vegetables, let's say, and it's super handy. But you can also get hurt if you don't know its function and how to use it. It's the same with society. For instance, if you cut yourself, the knife doesn't become bad. It's the same with society. It's not bad, but it can kind of hurt you if you don't know how to properly use it and the actual function of this object, the knife, or society. And there are people who never get hurt and therefore never really question the function of a knife. But on the other side, there are also people who get hurt many times. And if they don't know what it stands for, they ask other people, and maybe they also don't know. And then they get angry and they're just like, fuck the knife, fuck the system. But that's not the solution, because they don't really see that they depend on the system or the knife, because they want to use it to live in this society or to use it for cooking, right? And if you depend on something, either if you're aware of it or not, but you don't know how to use it, you're going to have a hard time. And in the end, people need to realize that society was only made to facilitate living in a group setting, supporting each other, making sure that everything is secure, and so on. But that's it. Okay, but let's connect it to the mystical experience. So, due to this reduction of individuality in society, you cannot really experience your own individuality or true nature, because therefore you need to go beyond this mass-mindedness. And you can't really defend yourself because you were born into that system. So you can't really defend yourself. You depended on it from the first second when you were born. Since you haven't seen anything else, you can only believe in the things that society is offering you. And of course, it offers you money, status, power, all those things that can give you pleasure. And according to society, this might be something extraordinary, let's say society's mystical experience. But only the person who had an actual, individual, extraordinary experience apart from society, even if it was just a small one, is able to resist, because he or she knows that there is something else, something greater. Something which is true because nobody else came and influenced you. You yourself experienced it. And I'm not talking about being schizophrenic or hallucinating, just to be clear about that. Only this specific experience can protect you from the submersion in the mass. Nothing else. I hope it makes sense. So let me sum it up. Most of us haven't had any kind of mystical experiences because we've never really tasted our true self, or at least just a small part of it. And we did not experience this because we've traded our own individuality for being part of a mass or society. And once you are part of it, you cannot understand it, and you will be fooled by all its blandishments. Then you don't think that there is anything else, and you don't even question it. You don't question things because you merely depend on others, on society, and you take their opinions for granted. And then you limit yourself and you can't experience anything that goes beyond this horizon of the mass-mindedness. But now you know the whole story and are aware of it, so if you are able to and willing to, you can break through this whole vicious cycle. And how do you do it? You need to question things. Actually everything. And start thinking for yourself instead of looking through society's filter. Try to look through your own individual eyes. Even if all your friends or parents are not doing it, why not giving it a try? If you still have questions, just leave a comment here, and also please leave a like here if you found this video enlightening. And see yourself in 2 weeks when I drop the next video on Thursday. My name is Till, and this is Till Talk.